The campaign season is really hotting up, Ngozi.
And
joining us now is the Communications Director of the People's Democratic Party Presidential Campaign and publisher, Dele Momodu. Thanks very much for joining us on Newsnight. And how was the experience like in Ilorin, the Kwara State's capital?
It was such a blistering rally. Phenomenal. And the summary from everyone is that Dr. Saraki, otherwise known as Oloye, delivered spectacularly. It was a big, massive rally. One of the best we've had. Very well organized. The message of Osuwa resonated and reverberated even beyond Kwara today. I mean, we are very pleased.
So the PDP came up with a slogan too, just like APC did in
The
2015, where they said Otoge.
Now
So
it is
now
Osuwa.
it is Osuwa.
Yes,
you know, I mean, for the benefit of our international viewers and even Nigerians in the diaspora who don't understand the Yoruba language.
Nigerians in Nigeria,
Nigeria.
Osuwa means we are fed up.
And the train moves now to Ekiti and Osun State, where in a few days the governor-elect in Osun State is going to be inaugurated, sworn in.
We can't wait to take over Osun.
All right, so let's talk about the messaging of Atiku Abubakar in Ilorin. It's promising to set aside $10 billion for youth employment, women, small and medium, enterprises, and all of that. Nigeria's external debt profile right now is over $40 billion. Where exactly is it going to get the $10 billion?
It's about creativity. When you have been a businessman, when you have managed people and resources, you will know how to raise funds. Raising funds cannot be a problem for a country as big and with the capacity of Nigeria. So when people say, oh, we don't have money, we're broke, the first thing you must restore in Nigeria is confidence in our economy. And until you have a good leader that people can do business with and understands the nature of business globally, you are not going to have that. So in Atiku, you have a man who has done it before as vice president, being on top of the economy of Nigeria, is coming back to restore that to our country.
He said recently that he will not mind calling for debt forgiveness, like it happened in the early 2000s when he was vice president, alongside, of course, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, where the Paris Club forgave Nigeria, but we're back where we were before, if not worse. Is he banking on the possibility of
another debt
forgiveness?
He has the global contact. This we cannot talk about at this moment.
Right.
A lot of moves are ongoing on the ground, and I can tell you that we are getting assurances from our international partners that if he wins, and I'm sure he will win this time, this is his time, we will get a lot of support internationally.
But let's look at the support from home. There is always that skepticism, when political office seekers come to tell you that
promise give air-conditioned streets.
And looking at the $10 billion, you understand, to pump into, they say it's usually frittered away, or the patrons of your party are the ones that benefit from this money, and the monies don't really get to the real people for the real purposes.
The key element, of leadership is trust. Trust by the people in their government. Trust by the business community in their government. Trust by the international community in the government of the country. Once you have that key element, everything else will be fine.
Why should Atiku be trusted?
Oh, because he's the only one who has operated at that level. There's no other candidate today who has been vice president in the race. Number two, he's been at the top of Nigerian economy when things were much better. He was able to do so much with his boss, President Olusegun Obasanjo. I mean, today we feel this sense of nostalgia, and that is why you will see that what we want to do for Nigeria is to recover. You see, when you are sick, your immediate priority is recovery. So Nigeria needs to recover from this malaise that has afflicted us in the last couple of years.
But it's, quite interesting when you hear former Vice President Atiku Abubakar say that, look, I'm going to go back, to the economic policies of the past, 1999 and between 1999 and 2007. But Nigerians are actually looking for a leader that will take them into the future, because the future is artificial intelligence, it is technology.
It's digitally driven.
Yeah, it is climate,
change
issues on the table and all of that. 1999-2000, this is 2022 going forward. How will the solutions of 1999-2000 play out for the evolving economic challenges of the future?
You must have a solid foundation. There is no development without a history, without a trajectory. What he's telling you is that we've done it before. He's going to assemble a team. If you know Atiku Abubakar, even in our campaign today, you will see we're running the most efficient, the smoothest of all campaigns, because he's been able to assemble the best from home and abroad. God has blessed him with that capacity. Look at any business he's running. He runs it at the level of international best practices.
Speaking of his businesses, how is he going to handle if he becomes president in 2023?
He's not the one running the businesses.
Is he going to hands off his businesses?
Oh, he's not the one running.
I mean, there's the issue of...
No. He's not the one running the business. That's what I'm telling you. That Go and look at the American university, go and look at his hospitals, go and look at his agriculture. Everything he does is according to international best practices. You don't have any such person today in the race. He's the only one who's been able to manage business at that level. And a man who has also been a vice president before and was able to deliver. He will always deliver. There is no question about that.
Okay, let's leave that. I mean, the electorate would, decide that when the time really comes.
Yeah, but Christian, before you even ask your question, sorry about that. I mean, Atiku Okowa are pulling out of town hall meetings, and they're saying it's because of some conflict. What exactly are the conflicts about? Because Nigerians, it seems, are being denied the opportunity to hear from one-on-one. Yeah.
You've already heard from our vice presidential candidate, Governor Ifeanyi Chukwu Okowa. You heard from him. No, I'm just telling you, you said they are pulling out. They are not pulling out. It's about scheduling. You see, we are right now in the middle of our campaigns. So you are not going to leave your campaign 3 months or 4 months before election. I believe that when they have the time, they will definitely attend. Look, we've been engaging in town hall meetings. Just 2 days ago, our candidate was at the Christian Association of Nigeria Secretariat, where he was able to meet with them. He spoke very candidly, and they were all very impressed. We were in Lagos to speak to the Guild of Editors. We were in Lagos to speak to the Lagos Business School. So anyone who is running away from talking to his people will not do that. Today is the most experienced man, the most prepared. He's been running now for 29 years, and I'm telling you, he is finally fully matured. He's ready.
All right. I don't know. Some people will say that maturity isn't really trickling down into the PDP as a party. Would you agree, from what some observers say, that the PDP is at crossroads? While you have the mammoth crowd in Ilorin, the Kwara State's capital, in faraway Abia State, the G5, were being hosted to a meeting, instead of being the one party under one umbrella. It looks as if the umbrella is being shredded gradually.
Not in any way. We're very focused. We're doing what we should do. You can see everywhere we have been. We have been the best organized rally. There is nowhere we have been that we did not record monumental success. When you talk about the governors who are aggrieved, is their right? They are meeting, but has it affected the quality of our delivery? The answer is no. In Osun State, the governors were not there. Did that stop Senator Adeleke from winning as governor? He won. So we will continue to engage them. We will continue to talk to them. But that will not stop us from doing what we need to do. And you must give credit to Atiku Abubakar. You can see clearly that he is not distracted. You can see that he's not fighting with anybody. He continues to talk to them. He's hoping that very soon we'll be able to reunite. But for now, what is important to us is to keep going. It's called the loneliness of a long-distance runner. When you are running a marathon, you have to keep going. And that's what we are doing.
So you're not looking back?
No. There is no need to.
Any reaction as far as endorsements concerned? Babachi Lawal, respected Northeasterner, has just endorsed Peter Obi. A lot of people would have expected that, the natural endorsement would go the way of Atiku.
I would say good luck to Babachi and good luck to Peter Obi.
All right, thanks very much. That's the publisher, Dele Momodu, and presidential spokesman of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.